Hello, welcome back to my channel. Whole Lotta Red is out now, and I just had to make a video jumping into the conversation of where things are at with this album. And it's really less of a review, and really a lot of the things in this title and thumbnail are a little bit on the clickbaity side. And so the first thing I realized from these online reactions is that people like Playboi Carti for very different reasons. And the two big chunks of what encompass his style is the more wavy, yamin, really sentimental type Playboi Carti songs, and then you have the bangers, the hardcore, more underground feeling stuff. And something I took from a lot of the reactions from the more like professional reviewers is that they really discredited the bangers, and that is like more than a third of the album. I think that really compromises any review, because for me, those songs really connected and I really enjoyed a lot of them. And something that's really important to note, when I think of Carti's bangers on this album, you know, I have to compare them to everybody else. And when I think of people who make turned up music, I'm thinking Future, I'm thinking Comethazine, I'm thinking NBA Youngboy, and I think Playboi Carti's bangers for 2020 stand up really well next to those guys' turned up music. When we're talking about this album, we have to talk about the different ways in which people enjoy music. So you have people that enjoy music more just from their house when they're hanging out, chilling and smoking, and they listen to music that way. Then there's the people who drive around to music and enjoy it while they're, you know, going about their work commute. And then you have people that enjoy music in a more public sense, in like the live concert sense, or when they're out at the bar, at the club. Whichever person you are really skews what type of music you like. And I think a lot of the review type people are the ones who are at home and wouldn't as much be connecting to the more turned up songs on this album. For me, when I listen to songs like Stop Breathing, when I listen to songs like Rockstar Made, I have just PTSD of seeing Carti, which I have, you know, more than 5 times. And would I describe myself as a stan? Yes, I would. And something that Playboi Carti did vocally on this album was create kind of the evolution of the baby voice with this new sound that was very low toned for him and kind of strained, almost this sound that really fit the underground aesthetic of this album, but also to me escapes the tropes of mumble rap, because he's very easily able to articulate and you hear every word. And so I think this play out very well. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this idea of a 24 song album, and pretty much any 20 plus song album is a lot to take in at one time. I think everybody needs to create a new relationship with music consumption of 20 plus song albums. The average person that was digging into this music, they stayed up till midnight and listened to this album and kind of forced themselves through it. I think spacing it out is better and kind of absorbing the songs more slowly. So I want to talk about how I experienced this album. The album comes out late on a Thursday night. I live in LA, so it came out at 9 p.m. for me. The first interaction I had with this album was listening to it in really poor quality through the new Clubhouse app, and Interscope put together like a listening party for the album inside of that. And so I heard a bunch of songs, and then I went back and listened to the ones I really liked in the headphones. And so the first night I listened to like I Love You, I Hate You, and then the first 3 songs on the album. And then from there into the next day, I listened to the first 10 songs on the album at the laundromat, and then I hopped into Discord, and Kids Take Over did a listening event for Whole Lotta Red there, which I must say was a lot better quality than listening to it through the Clubhouse app. And so this gave me a peek at what the last part of the album was going to be like, but I didn't really dig into the last part of the album until Christmas night. And so when I was walking through downtown LA listening to some of the best songs on this album, Control, Sky, and Over, I was just in a really happy place, and I think that's the best way to engage an album, is to give it some time, especially when it's a longer one. And so online and Twitter especially, Whole Lotta Red has been getting panned hardcore. Some of the hate for Whole Lotta Red has been kind of lazy, but some of it has actually been really funny, and I can't help but think of Whole Lotta Misses. There's this video on Instagram where there's the basketball player, and he's got the rack of balls, and he's shooting from the free throw line, and he's missing every shot. And so the ultimate point I'm getting at here is that Whole Lotta Red is a very polarizing album. People have very strong opinions about it, and that is to the benefit of the album. Playboi Carti's projected this week for Billboard is a very high number. It's a massive W for him. Ultimately, you want your album to be something that is inciting a reaction from the public, because this is 2020. Let's not forget, this is the year of rappers flopping left and right, and Playboi Carti is in zero danger of this. The hype on this album was way too high for him to be making everybody happy. So this is a really strong effort from him. It sounds like we're getting a deluxe edition, and in terms of the impact of this rollout, I'd say it's a 10 out of 10. Let me know what your favorite song on the album is. Also in the comments, I need to get to the bottom of this. Do you like At Meh, the single that came out in the beginning of the year, or do you like Meh, the song that ended up on the album, more? At Meh versus Meh, let me know in the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.